I always ask myself, what is South African food? And, if you're looking at all the different provinces and all the different cultures and all the different people that are in South Africa, the flavors are spread out throughout South Africa. I mean, we're talking about from Cape Malay flavors, to your typical braai with your nice spices on, from there to Durban and looking at your Durban spices and all those different Durban dishes that you get. And I've been making quite a couple of different dishes like potjies, like braais, oxtail, skaapstertjies, chicken livers on the braai, and chicken feet, and there's so many different types of boerekoos that you get as well, like tamati breedi, rysvleis and aardappels. So I've delved into quite a couple of all these different types of dishes. And what is South African food? Well, it's a mixture of flavors, very diverse and incredibly deliciously tasty. So today I've decided to make a lovely Durban curry. And then we're going to make these Pani Puris. So this is an incredible little dish. You fry these, they turn into little balls, and you fill them up with some delicious delightfulness. You'll have to wait to see how these are going to taste at the end. So let's get stuck in. So the meat that we got today is beautiful lamb knuckles. As you can see, it's the lamb shank part of the lamb, and they've just cut it up into smaller pieces. And the reason why I like lamb knuckles is because you get that lovely marrow bone inside. See? And once you've had your lamb, you can suck out the marrow bone. It's like double yumminess. Might be a bit more expensive, but it's actually fantastic. It goes so well with this Durban curry. I wouldn't use chops or anything like that. And mutton takes quite a long time to go on the potjie, or the cast iron pot. So 1 hour compared to probably closer to 2 hours. And you'll have a more gamey taste from mutton as well. So you can go for a tweetand though. You'll have to Google, what is a tweetand? So go check that out. Before we get stuck into this, we are going to give our onions a chop and peel our potatoes and chop our tomatoes. So let's get chopping this onion. 2 onions. And why Durban curry? Well, I've been around to quite a few different places in my lifetime, and one of them was to Pietermaritzburg. We stayed there for 4 years, and during that time we visited Durban quite a lot. It's about probably an hour and a half away. So for all of our holidays we used to go to Durban and go to the beaches over there. And my dad loved this place called, there was a place next to King Prawn, and I forgot what the center was, but it was right on the beachfront area, on the beachfront promenade. And we used to go up the stairs and we used to go have this curry, and it was Durban curry, of course. And he would have his glasses on, and we'd go for the mild curry, which was flippin' hot in any case, and he'd go for the super hot curry. And he would be eating it, and while he's eating it, his glasses would fog up. That's how hot he was getting from eating this curry. It's a very special curry, not Cape Malay for sure. And it's renowned to be hot. So that's why. It brings back some really good memories, and it's going to be fantastic. So let's chop these onions up. Alright, our onions are done. So let's get peeling our potatoes. We've got 4 potatoes here. Monitor your fire while you're peeling your potatoes. So this can feed up to, I guess, about 6 people. You can even push it to 8, because we're going to be serving it with some rice. Your choice what you want to have with this, right? There's so many options. There's rice, there's rotis, there's papadoms. No, you can, there's not really papadoms. Papadoms, yes, you can use. And there's an amazing one as well, paratas, which we've sort of recently discovered. It's like very, very flaky, buttery pastry. Okay, we are done. So A special technique for these potatoes as well is take a fork, give it a couple of pokes everywhere, so that when they are boiling in that curry or simmering in that curry, that it absorbs those flavors even better. It really penetrates the potato. We'll do that now. So no real expert advice here, just I don't know, my dad would say break them 1,000 times, but it's not necessary, as long as, I mean, you know, you can leave it in the sauce as well, and eventually it will draw into the potato, but this is just another method to get it in there. Yes, they are juicy. I don't know if you can see all this juice just squirting out of this potato. So yeah, this is expert advice, trial and tested and tasted by a mini Indian Pani. Okay, that's done. So we've got 4 rosa tomatoes here. They are blanched. The way you get this right is by scoring their butts over here in a cross section like that, and then you put them in some boiling water and leave them there for about 5 minutes or so, and from there you take off the peel. So you're left with these beauties. And why? Well, because we're going to be grating them. Grater's inside. And got hold of my grater. Alright, so why are we grating them? Well, you know, I guess you could go and buy this in a tin like this. I think they have got them in a tin, and they've got this tomato sauce with it, but we don't want that. We want fresh, lovely, acidic tomatoes, and we're going to grate them and get all their lovely juices out there. And of course, it's a lovely day for a curry. It's low temperatures. I think it's something like 12 today in Cape Town. It was raining yesterday, tomorrow it's raining, so we took the opportunity today to make this lovely warm curry. There we go, all done. That's nice and pulpy, and that's going to go magnificently for the curry dish. So let's move these to one side. I'm going to give our potatoes a chopping. So here we're going to quarter them. Right, Durban curries are known for their nice chunky potatoes. All right, our fire. Let's get it going. Let's get this pot on. Alright, so I just want to go through the spices quickly that you can take a look at these incredible spices. So here we've got the 11-in-1 garam masala, and here we have this guy over here is the garimas rambo rasi, and here we've got turmeric. Over here we've got some ginger and garlic paste, lovely bay leaves with some star anise and some cinnamon stick and fennel seeds. So over here we found this lovely, incredible Durban curry masala, and this is garimus rambu rasi. It's got chili powder, garam masala, myrtle seeds, goodness me, mustard seeds, crushed dhania and dried curry leaves. So that's what's the chili powder is what makes it a Durban curry. And we've got 11-in-1 masala, and this is predominantly spices. So I'll have up over there all the spices that are in this guy over here. So that's our choice of spices. Let's get them in that pot. Let's get that flavor released, and then we can carry on. So this is 125 mils of oil. Let's get our dry spices in there. Yeah, you can hear it sizzle. See, I don't want to burn that. It's super important that you don't burn these spices at all. I'll get it back on the heat now. See, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, let's get our fennel seeds in. So this is a tablespoon of fennel seeds, 2 star anise, 4 bay leaves, and 4 cinnamon sticks. Right, lovely. Those beautiful smells coming from the aroma. All right, let's get that pot back on. Alright, then let's add our onions. So give that a stir. You want to caramelize your onions a little bit for about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to add our spices and our ginger. Actually our ginger and garlic first, and then we'll add our spices. And here we've got 4 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste. In it goes. Let that go for another 2 to 3 minutes. We'll put in our lovely spices now. So we can add in our amazing spices. So we've got here the 11 in 1 spice. We've got 4 tablespoons. That's just spice, right? It's not going to add burniness to your dish at all. Now this guy over here, he's going to add burniness to the dish because that's the Durban curry. 2 tablespoons of that. And some turmeric to give it that lovely flavor and also color. Alright, give that a stir in. Let that go for another 3 to 5 minutes to get those flavors really mixed in there well, and then we're going to add in our tomatoes. So we've gone for about 4 minutes here. The fragrance is lovely. Perfuming the whole neighborhood over here. Sure, they go, oh, must make curry tonight. Not any curry, this is a Durban curry. Alright, let's get our tomato in. And then half a cup of water. So let that go for 5 minutes. Look at its beautiful color already. Guys, you won't believe, I was in the kitchen and I left my cardamom pods out. So this is an essential ingredient. It really amps up the flavor of the dish and that fragrance. So 2 cardamom pods. I think 3 cardamom pods. Right, our curry, Durban curry is looking good. Got a nice color, and I should have actually left it like that because what you see is if you see a level of oil rising up to the top, then that actually shows you that your spices have infused correctly and that you've got a good curry going. You know, if you don't let it go, if you don't stir it in and build that curry, it ends up being very grainy. So you want to get rid of it, you want to actually make that beautiful basting, that lovely sauce for it. So we are literally ready. Well, the moment has arrived. We're ready to put these in. So let's add them to the pot. Let's give that a nice coating. Make sure every piece of lamb is covered nicely. Now we're going to add the rest of our water, half a cup of water. Give that a stir. Alright, and then every now and then, right, we're still going to add some curry leaves in here, but every now and then give it a stir to make sure that, you know, it's not burning, that every piece of lamb is coated. And, super important, low and slow, that's why we're doing it on the fire, right? Lovely flames, lovely smoke, lovely cast iron pot, delicious flavors, beautiful Durban curry. Alright, and then we put in 2 sprigs of curry leaves. And we were lucky enough to get fresh curry leaves. There we go. And here we have 1 tablespoon of salt. So give that a stir in there. Oh man, You know what? This is the color you're looking for. If you're looking at Cape Malay colors, right, you're looking at an orange color. This is a beautiful red color. Oh, it's going to be fantastic, guys. All right, let's get the lid on. So stir it every, say, 15 or so minutes, up till about an hour, low and slow. Smelling lovely. Flames are going a little bit too hot, so I think I'm going to lower the temperature a little bit. Remember, low and slow makes that meat extra tender, and it's still attached to the bone. Otherwise it bubbles and boils off, and that also, that stickiness gets released from the bone if you go low and slow, and that has to happen in around about 45 to an hour's time. That's when that collagen gets released from that bone, that stickiness, and that lovely sauce starts developing. So don't forget that, low and slow. That's why we do this, right? Low and slow. All right, now it's time to create the sambal, because you need a little bit of sambal for a hot dish like this, just to cut through that heat. So let's get stuck into that. All right, we're going to create our sambal. As mentioned, we're going to serve it with some rice as well. But rice is just the starch, it's just the carry of the flavor. If that gravy gets into it, you can also get into there. But once you start eating that curry and it gets hot, and it gets hotter and hotter, you are starting to grab for things, and the perfect thing to grab for is a lovely sambal. It's got a vinegary taste to it. It's also got some lovely sugar. So we're combining that sweet, sour, hotness with the dish. It's going to be fantastic. So this is just a whole bunch of chopping and peeling. So we'll make this as painless as possible. But as you know, nothing gets done by itself, so we have to do it ourselves. So let's peel a cucumber. Very quick and simple. Painless for the cucumber. So missed a bit of the top there. There we go. Slicing in the middle. Gee gosh, this one's got a lot of seeds. And if you see all those seeds, we don't want those seeds. So let's get them out. We don't want those seeds because they're seedy and they're very watery. So scrape them out like that. Cut them in slivers of about 1 centimeter or so, and then just little blocks. Let's get them in the bowl. And it's actually quite a funny story. So my dad, he was busy tanning, as he usually does on the Durban beach, but for some crazy reason he loved tanning with olive oil. I mean, let me know if this is a thing. Olive oil, and like this green olive oil, this extra virgin olive oil. Anyways, so he was tanning, and we spent, I think, about a week there because my granny had a flat, my English granny. By the way, I'll still show you some English recipes that I got from my English granny. Well, one of them is called spinach rolls, which I'll introduce to you in 1 or 2 weeks, because this is the right weather for it. And he was tanning for about a week with this green olive oil. And eventually, he had this green, glowy tinge to him that just looked ridiculous. Anyways, I don't know. I can definitely say don't tan with olive oil. It makes you look quite like an alien. A green skin. Okay, so here we go. Chopping our tomatoes. Also in tiny blocks. Right, I was busy finishing off my tomatoes while the camera lady was busy taking off the birds. By the way, we saw this incredible black sugar bird. I've never ever seen a black sugar bird in my life before. So that's quite special. I either would have shown it to you now, or I'll show it to you now. Do you know what type of sugar bird that is? Let me know. So I hope you enjoy the suburban lifestyle that we have here with our sugar birds and our other birds. We try and make cooking a little bit more entertaining than just chopping things and giving you the recipes and ideas and some family history and some history about South Africa. So if you like that type of thing, let us know too. We always try and share new content and interesting stories. So like and subscribe, and in the comments, let us know what you want us to film, what you want us to make. There's some excellent recipes. I was making a steak recipe the other day and someone replied on how to enhance the mushroom flavor of the sauce that I was making. Super, like flip, man, that's exactly what I want. Like, let us know your South African dishes, your cultural dishes. Like, we search for these recipes. We get these recipes from, our folks and from our grandmothers and our my family on the farm and my wife's family. But it'll be great if you can let us know from your family. Comment. Good. All right, let's chuck these things in there. This is enough to feed about 15 people. So we will have some tonight. We will add some of this in a wrap for tomorrow. Now that we've got that in there, some lovely coriander. So just a handful of coriander, a handful. And if you don't like the stalks, take the stalks off. If you don't mind the stalks, keep the stalks on. I mean, it tastes like chunky little pieces of coriander. So just cut them fine, right? All right, let's get in there. Okay, some salt. Like as much as you would salt 3 tomatoes for it to taste good, right? And then we've got some pepper. So we've got around about a half a teaspoon of pepper. Some sugar. You want to amp this up a little bit, so we've got about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. And if you want to measure, you can just sort of gauge, like that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5 of red wine vinegar. Okay, just mix that in there. So once it's mixed in there, leave it for around about, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and then give it a stir again, because by that time the sugar would have mixed in with the vinegar and the salt and the pepper. And give it a stir and let it mix in there and give it a taste. Super important. If the flavors aren't right, then change them and add some more flavors in there. Vinegar, little touch. 1 dish done. Now we've assembled that dish. That dish is going and enjoying itself down there. And now we're going to get stuck into the Pani Puris. All right, so it's been going on for 45 minutes. Still got a lovely bubble to it. Let's get those potatoes in. Just give it a stir up. So the lamb does feel it's coming apart slowly. Look there. You can see it is coming apart slowly. There we go. So it is definitely the right time to add those potatoes. Make sure it's covered nicely. There we go. So potatoes, 30 to 35 minutes. You should have a lovely curry ready to be munched up. All right. Well, I think we are ready to get stuck in making those pani puris. So let's get going on that. So now for something really interesting. We're going to make pani puris, but we're first going to make the pani part of it, which is this lovely green sauce with an incredibly delicious flavor that it's a liquid, right? So you put it into your pani puris. It's going to be incredible. So let's just take some mint out, take some coriander out. So this is about, like, let's say a handful. Let's get that closed. Let's shred these. So you don't want the stalks of mint, right? Stalks of mint are a little bit too chunky. So we can just discard those. Coriander, no problem. Can you imagine the smell already? The mint, the coriander. I mean, get that in there. All right. Then we take our bullet chilies, or any mild chili that you've got. Now, the last time I cut one of these chilies, it was not hot. And the time after that, I cut into this chili, it is super hot. So with this chili, I'm going to remove the seeds, because they can be a killer, right? All right, this we want to just chop in a few pieces, right? Because we're going to chuck them to the liquidizing thing there as well. However, let's taste the tiniest of pieces and make sure that it's not too hot. Right. Oh yeah, that's strange. The other day, I wonder if they marked these things right, because that was vicious. That now tastes more like a jalapeno type of pepper. Very mild. I think that's good. All right. Then we take a little knob of ginger. Not too much of this ginger. Let's just peel a little bit of it. Just this end piece. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine the flavors that are going to come from this already. We've got the mint, coriander, ginger. There we go. There, save that for another day. Let's just chop these into some pieces, just very lightly, because you're going to chuck them in there and it's going to get all liquidized in any case. So let's get that in there. And ginger is going to add that lovely tang to it, right? And then a lemon. So this is not a very juicy lemon, but I would normally say about a lemon in there. So this lemon, it's a very sparse or selfish. It doesn't have much juice in it at all. So this is about a lemon. And this is a huge lemon, by the way. So talking about like maybe a medium lemon. And then we've got something super interesting. This. It's called pesigur. So it is cane sugar, but it is concentrated cane sugar. And it tastes like caramel. I mean, I don't know if you've ever tasted something like this before, but it's supposed to have incredibly crazy health benefits as well. Much better than brown sugar, white sugar. So, cane sugar, and then however they make it, I've got no idea. But it's a caramelly, dark, almost touch of molasses flavor. It's fantastic. And it really differentiates your dish if you're going to use something like that. You know, if you're just going to use sugar, you know, that's fine. It adds a sweetness to it. But this adds this caramel, molassesy richness to the dish that people are going to ask, what the hell was that? That is incredible. And then you say it's pasigur. Pasigur. Okay. All right, and then we are going to add some of this chaat masala, a tablespoon of chaat masala. And then we've got a half a cup of water. There we go. And off to the liquidizing station. All right, make sure it's all blended in there. Done. Oh, marvelous. Okay, let's check the potatoes. Ah, potatoes are done. So now, let's just let that sauce thicken and let it go like that for around about 10 to 15 minutes. Now let's give it a taste. Sweet coriander. That chili somehow came through. But it's also the chaat masala. It's going to be lovely. That poured over, filled up in a little lovely puri. Fantastic. All right, that's done. Let's make that masala. Chickpea, potatoes, and a blend of chaat masala, cumin, and coriander. Okay, let's get our bowl. There we go. So, chuck the chickpeas in there. Chuck your spice in there. Now, just take your spoon, just give it a bit of a squish. You want these to be broken up, because then they fit nicely into your puris. There we go, not too much, right? You want still some texture in there. Get your potatoes out. We've boiled these potatoes, so they are already done. Give them a slice up, and then just take them, cut them in little pieces, just like that. So, just a reminder, this is for our little starter. So you're really building a feast over here, a feast of flavors. Our starters, our main, we've got the rice going over there, and we're gonna start assembling quite shortly, but we're first gonna fry those puris off. So mix this in there, add some salt. Right, we haven't salted this, so this is potatoes and chickpeas and all the spices and blends and flavors. So you need to add your salt to give it that lovely flavor. Can you see how this looks? Right, let's give it a taste. Oh. Simple plain chickpeas, potatoes. I'm telling you, if you love potatoes, you're going to love this. The chaat masala with a cumin, coriander, and salt. It's fantastic. It's a cold dish, yes, with this lovely juice. And now, let's get frying those puris. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, fabulous. Look at that. Oh, the smell. Oh, that lamb is so full of pot tender. And that gravy is perfect. Okay, time to take that off. Just put it on the side over here. It can rest next to the fire. Oh, lovely fire. With this weather, it's been a little bit cold. Oh, it's great. Okay, let's start making those pani puris. All right, we're going to deep fry these guys, right? So let's get that amount of oil in. And they're only little discs. Tiny little discs. And it's going to be incredible to see what happens to these guys. Just now when that oil is ready. Okay, let's get them in there. Oil is ready. Chuck these little suckers in. All right. Just give them a mix. Can you see how they've popped up? How awesome is that? That's so interesting, hey? From these little guys to these little beautiful circular domes. Fantastic. Alright, they're done. They're literally done. Takes 30 seconds, if not less. Yeah, pop it in there. So, get some more in there. And I mean, where have you seen this served at all? I mean, I've never had these at a restaurant. We saw these at Willie's, and we thought, well, that's amazing. And it definitely is an Indian little starter, right? And it is magnificent. And look how incredible it is, you know, from going from this little flat disc to flat disc, right? To something like that. Look at that. Little eggs. Hollow eggs. Come on. I mean, that hardly took a minute. Maybe 2 minutes. And now we are ready for these incredible starters that most people have never tasted. Look at this little hatched egg that we've got over here. Okay, so aim for the top. Give it a crack. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, there we go. Can you see? Just make it like that. Get a nice little opening there. And then you take your mixture of potato and chickpeas. Get that in there. Don't overfill it, right? It's just for the taste. Then you get this amazing coriander, mint, and that. Oh, fill it up, fill up. Can you see there? Yeah, like that. All right. And then you add your tamarind and date chutney. Now, you can make this, and I did make this twice already, but I could not find tamarind anywhere in Cape Town. So, this is that lovely sweet chutney. Oh, geez, it's messing all over the place. And then a little bit of the sev just on top there. Look at that. And sev is fried chickpea flour. Great. Let's set him up there. There we go. Nice little nest. Okay, we're going to make 3 of these guys. Look at these little guys. Fantastic. So, look at that lovely little nest of deliciousness. So, you can't half bite these things. It's a one biter. You've got an enormous amount of juice in there, so get it in there. I almost can't describe these flavors. That tamarind, that salt, the chickpeas, the texture, the mint, the coriander, that burst of juice in your mouth. I mean, let's give the camera woman one of these guys. Tell me what you think. I'll taste one with you. Magnificent. All right, now that we've tasted that amazing Pani Puris, let's taste this amazing Durban curry. You ready for this? Ta-da! Magnificent. Look at that deep red rich color, and the lamb has still kept its shape. You've got that lovely marrow bone inside the center. Potatoes are still solid. So everything's cooked lovely. It's created a beautiful depth of sauce there. Let's get it dished up. Some rice right in the center. And now we've got our delicious curry. Let's just give that a final stir up. And beautiful. Okay, let's get that dished up. Look at that. Oh, man, oh man. That's looking fabulous. Let's get some more lamb in there. Oh, and some lamb bones. Look at that. And then of course, you want that potatoes and that curry sauce. There we go. Fabulous. And then sprinkle of coriander. And then just take the sambal, spread it on the side over there, so you've got something to dip into if it gets too hot. Although I have tasted a little bit the sauce and it seems quite perfect. So look at that. Dive right in there, hey? You know what? I'm just going to dive right in there. Can't wait to get into this lovely little piece of bone with the marrow bone on there. Look at that. Oh, the smell. Wow. That is just so tender. Look at that. Comes straight off the bone. Oh, well, okay, I get that Durban curry taste now. Magnificent. That chili, that masala, those 11 in one spices. Wow. It's not, you know what, it's actually not hot. I mean, I can actually feel the burn here, and I can feel its stickiness. So that might not be good. Sticky chili on your lip. Okay, but it's good. It's fantastic. Okay, I got some rice. Beautiful sambal. Cooling it down again. Lovely. Some potato. Potatoes kept its shape. I mean, the heat is building, right? I can feel the heat building. That's a good heat. It's not super like it blows your head off. Like, it's a really good heat. Let's see if I can find. Oh, shibbit. There's some stuff. The marrow bone. Empty marrow bone. I'm telling you, this is the right type of cut for this type of dish. The coriander, the chili, the incredible spices, 11 spices in one. Those incredible Durban curry flavors. They knew what they were doing when they brought this to us. So, come and subscribe, enjoy our channel, and leave those comments. Like, seriously, we love comments. And to our next video. Cheers from Travel Trails and Dates.